one vegetable I like to eat on a daily basis, it's kale. This amazing, amazing leafy green can be used in a variety of recipes, whether it's raw, whether it's thrown into a smoothie, whether it's in a salad, or whether you like to slightly steam it, which I'm going to show you how to do today, or you can also just toss it into a soup or a stew at the very end, right towards the end of cooking. That's when kale can be added in. So the key when you're preparing kale is that you want to keep all the nutrients intact, especially if it's going to hit high temperature or somewhat of a warm temperature. You want to keep it green. But before we get to that, I'm going to show you how to wash and cut your kale. So kale needs a good wash, submerged in water, because dirt likes to get in between all the ruffles of the kale. So give it a good soak. This is after it's been rinsed at least once, so you just can give it one more soak. Lay it out on a nice flat towel, and then just press it down. So get some of the moisture off of it. And then you can let it sit and air dry for a little bit, especially if it's going to go into a raw salad. But in this case, we are going to be steaming our kale. So we are going to cut the leaves away from the stem. So you just cut along the tough stem here. Cut the leaves away. Then I've got some kale, so I'm going to gather it all together and just give it a nice loose chop. Really simple. Just nice bite-sized pieces. So if you've got a steamer basket at home, put your kale into your steamer basket. And then, if you have a wonderful pot all ready to go, the water has come up to temperature. I can turn the water, I could even turn the pot off if I wanted to, but I turned it right down on low. I'm going to put my steamer basket in, lids on, and 1 to 2 minutes, that's it. We want to keep the kale green. We don't want it to start to get dark or lose its color or get overly soggy. We want to wilt it down until it's still bright green. And then I'm going to take it over to the sink and run it into some cold water. And that's going to stop the cooking process. That's just going to keep the kale intact. Okay. So, our kale is now perfectly steamed. As you can see, the bright green color has just come alive. So I'm going to turn the heat off. Now the next step is to take it over to the sink and run it under some cold water. Let some of the excess water just drain out. Let my kale sit, and now it is perfect to add into, I can just serve it like this, steamed with a little bit of olive oil, or I can top it on top of a stir fry or a soup or a stew, and my kale is keeping all of its nutrition in and without being overcooked or turning gray. So this is how you make steamed kale, lightly steamed kale.